The flash crash is amongst us. In it, out of it. Could be, could it not be. Alibaba to 100. Fantastic trading today, fellas. We're making a video. What's up, everybody? I don't know, but I'm going to say that we missed the bottom on UVXY because risk reward now is against us, but I did like it. If you were going to test the waters at 68.20 with the 68 stop, that was the last I felt comfortable doing it. But more importantly, I'm here to talk about what's happening in the market for the people on YouTube. Whether or not you believe what I'm about to say, believe it or not, I guess I should say. But there is one guy that just texted me, so I believe he'll let you text him. But he was talking about how he wanted to sell more and more UVXY calls. And I was like, you know what? This is probably the worst time in the history of the UVXY to short naked calls, because this is the moment where I'm expecting a parabolic move to happen within the next 3 or 4 days. Now, I said it. Did I make a video talking about it? No, but I think I've hinted enough that I'm not shorting UVXY anymore down at these levels. This has been the trade has now become way too popular for me to even want to do it anymore. And I understand it will work again. I'm pretty sure it's going to work again. I know it's going to go down eventually, but we're finally in the moment where the market's finally, they're letting it go down. So why the hell would you want to be shorting UVXY other than maybe just 5 minutes ago? Anyway, more importantly, what am I doing? I'm going to stay short because the QQQ just broke down under some of my key levels. As you know, I sold out of the Qs back on August 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, whatever. Cost average around 117. I think some at 117.33, one some at 116.85. Moral of the story, now pretty much everything I've sold out of is down below where I sold it. That's a bearish sign. Usually I sell stocks when they go higher. But more importantly, Monday. If we try to rally Monday and fail, the market's going to get hammered. And then what I'm anticipating is that we'll probably have a turnaround Tuesday. But I think the Qs could legitimately get down to 112.50, 112.59 really is my target. I don't want to get too crazy about 9 cents different, 12.50, 112.50. But if it reached 112.50, I got 110.85. And with all this awesomeness, right, we have been rallying for what, 8 years now? Would anybody not welcome an 8-point pullback on the Qs? I would. I mean, my dad wouldn't, but we just sold some 120 calls yesterday to offset some of this sell-off. So we're hanging on to the Qs with the fund. Personally, I'm out of them. The only thing I have left is 300 shares of ACG. I still got 400 shares of Alcoa, which I don't know why. Now, I was just alerted that they announced a 3-for-1 reverse split. Now I hate Alcoa even more, but I'm hanging on for this spin-off that I'm going to get. I'm voting no for the reverse split, if you wanted to know. What else? We got ENDP, just a couple of hunch. And my friend just texted me again. He said if anybody wants to call him, to tell him, to ask him about the conversation we had yesterday about what I thought UVXY was about to do within today or Monday. He just texted me again. I get my fancy new Apple computer. I get my text on my screen on my home computer. It's pretty awesome. But more importantly, what are we going to do Monday? Let me tell you what we're going to do Monday. Monday, if this market attempts to rally, which it normally does after a sell-off like this, and fails, the rollover is going to be that capitulation rollover where everyone's like, damn, I should have sold on Friday. I knew it. And they're going to start bailing out. And we'll get another, what, 2.5, 3 points down on the Qs, yippee-ki-yay. But nothing to be afraid of, but we can make money while it's going down. I love when the market goes down, because when the market goes down, all these retarded analysts and losers who just put buy recommendations on stocks and hope for the best, they get their comeuppance finally. Everyone makes money in a bull market. It's the professionals who know how to trade and read a chart and are actively doing this who make money when the market's volatile and going down. That's what we do. So I love these days. I'm in the greatest mood I've been in probably of the year right now. I'm giddy, if I want to use that word. Who uses that word? I'm ecstatic. Won't be as ecstatic if, the market goes up 250 points in my face on Monday. But right now, I'm telling you, I'm hanging on to the SQQ. I'm not short the Qs anymore, but I'm long the SQQ, which is in sense being short the Qs. I'm not risking much. If they go back below 1440, I think, I'm going to take my 50 cent. Well, I'm in from 1465. So I'm taking a 25-cent hit. But I'd rather be short than long right now. Anyway, what else was I going to say? Oh, yeah. The ironic trades. We had Conn, C-O-N-N, which was amazing. Right now we have Clovis, which, again, this stock has been... the reason I call it the ironic trade is that when a stock is going up, when everything you read on the internet or anything you could... the chart looks bad, the stock looks bad, they have no drugs that work, but yet the stock started going up a couple of weeks ago. I call that the ironic trade. Those are the kind of trades I like. The reason that Alibaba started going up, and there's no reason for that stock to ever go up. You know how much I hate Alibaba, but I bought it anyway because if it's going up, it's going up, and that's all that matters. So anyway, we had some fun with this Conn, C-O-N-N. You want to talk about nice short squeeze also. Of course, right now we're whittling down the positions, and I must mention ACG because the thing has just turned into a shit show. But we did sell some at 7. I got a little bit left. I'm not too concerned. Not concerned really at all unless it really goes back below about 585, 550. And again, I'm not going to be, going nuts over a stock that I just got into with a 3-year time horizon 5 days later. So, there you go. But how about the AMD to 585? I pat myself on the head on that one. I said look for the stock to get to 585, and maybe that's where there'll be some buying. If it breaks 585 next week, we're looking for 540. And I still like AMD, but obviously if we're headed into a bearish environment with a stock and an offering, you don't want to be involved, just like U.S. Steel getting hammered, Anyway, all right, have a good weekend. I think and I hope that market gaps up on Monday and we sell that gap into a sell-off. Or if we're due gap down, everything might change, because if the gap down gets bought on Monday, today's could be just a one-day wonder, and it was just another pause to refresh upward and onward forever. But one thing's for sure, and it's not like I was in the UVXY yesterday or the day before. I wanted to wait for the breakout, and for me, the breakout was $18.90. But you know what? Buying at $18.90, selling at $19.50 and $20, obviously it went to $21.67, but, nobody buys the low and sells the high. As long as you make some meat in the middle, it's all right. And right now, with the UVXY up 4.5 points at 333 on 9/9/2016, really no reason to be feeling good about the market. And I know we've all had this moment where it looks like, oh my God, Monday's going to be a bloodbath. Well, you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb and say I think Monday's going to be a bloodbath. Or one day next week we're going to have a follow-through to this move. So again, my word of caution is you don't want to be buying the dip right now. Just remember the phrase, you'd rather be late and right than early and wrong. Because if you're buying the dip right now and you're wrong on Monday and we're getting slaughtered, you're not going to like it. So sacrifice that speculative nature. Wait till Monday, see how Monday plays out, then put your trades on. Yeah, you'll miss something, but there's a million trades every day that you miss. What's the big deal? You'd rather be late and right than early and wrong. Have a good weekend. I love you all, especially the guys that realize what the fuck is going on.